and welcome to the yearly favorites. This video is going to be a little bit of everything. I'm going to try to talk fast because I know this video is going to be lengthy just looking at the amount of products. I try to keep it real cute. So I really thought I can keep it condensed and cute, but I obviously have way too many products to talk about in all of these different categories like skincare and makeup. So I'm just going to do a part 1 and part 2. So this is going to be all of my favorite makeup products from 2021. So let's just go ahead and start with makeup because those are the products that are like directly in front of me right now. I'm going to start off with Laura Mercier, the Tinted Moisturizer Oil-Free Natural Skin Perfector. This is like a finger-friendly product. That sounds so weird, finger-friendly. But you can just like literally rub it on your fingers. It still provides enough coverage where it's still gonna look skin-like, which is what I favor in skin complexion products. Even if I'm using a heavier foundation, I still like my skin to read as skin-like as possible. I do like to have like an even complexion, of course, and that's what this provides. It's very lightweight. I love to use this like every single day. I brought this with me when I traveled, the few times that I traveled this year, sadly, but you know, I get it. And I like that it's oil free because I feel like it doesn't break me out. It like actually has staying power as well. So I've been really loving this baby. The next one that I have really loved is this Glowish. It's the Multi-Dew. It's definitely more of a skin tint, very lightweight, not too much coverage, but it has an immense amount of glow, which I'm so here for. It's basically how I mixed in the Supergoop Glow Screen with the Debronze by Drunk Elephant. That's what this gives, but it can be more specific to your skin tone because they have a bunch of different shades. I don't know how many are in the range. It's obviously a skin tint, so it can really adapt to, you know, kind of a little bit of a range of shades. I love to use this alone, just like kind of bare face with a little bit of blush, some mascara, and I'm on my merry way. Or I'll mix it in with a foundation actually, and it just leaves the skin like so luminous, like a primer, you know, like a luminous primer but delivering a bit more. Rare Beauty is just my go-to. This one I would say is probably like my top foundation. I just love the applicator. It has, again, a very skin-like finish, but it has coverage. It's so lightweight, which is what I really love about it. And it doesn't have like a too dewy finish. It's definitely not like fully matte. It's just like the perfect natural finish. The e.l.f. Camo CC Cream is definitely a favorite. I think last year I tried to look on my channel, like search myself to see if I did a yearly's favorite last year. I could have sworn I did one, but apparently I didn't. I wanted to shout it out this year. Full coverage. I love to use this one. I just need my face to be right. You know what I mean? Like if I feel like I have a lot of blemishes, if I'm having a lot of redness in my face, which tends to happen for me, this takes care of it. I don't even need concealer with this one. It's so good. And I use the shade Light 280. Would definitely recommend. It's so affordable, and I'm almost done with this tube, and I use a lot of different foundations every day just so that I'm constantly trying and I can really develop thoughts on like a wider range of foundations. But when I need it to be perfection, I reach for this one. Another one that I just feel like, I'm so sad actually, this is, anytime I'm almost finished with this product, I end up dropping it and it shatters. So I need to be careful here because I don't want to get my little polar bear couch all messy. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. It's been my favorite for many years. Nothing compares to this one. I always go back to her. She is always going to be the #1 powder in my opinion. I just feel like it's that perfect finishing veil. I always touch on my texture, and I know we've talked about this in other videos where I'm like, I need to like shut the F up about this damn texture because it's really not that bad. I think it just like looks like skin, but this one makes my skin look like a filter. Love it. Another Charlotte Tilbury product, the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I initially grabbed this, like I placed my order right away after seeing this TikTok video, and she did like swatches of, I believe, eyeshadow, and she did one obviously setting it and then the other one not setting it. Whoa, it really works. And I got it initially just to take care of like the mask situation because obviously when you put on a mask it kind of takes off your foundation. I just didn't want anything to move. Truly works. and it's like a nice little mist. Top product that I fell in love with this year is definitely Refi Brow. I still don't even know if I'm saying this right. Refi or Refi, they did the damn thing. The pomade is incredible. It literally looks like Elmer's glue, but then it just disappears into a clear gel. And it comes, ooh, mine is so gunky, but it comes with this side. A lot of people don't know that this comes off. I didn't either when I first got it. And this is the side that I truly fell in love with because you can just laminate the crap out of your brows and it just looks so feathery and it just looks so full. And I really love this once I went thinner on my eyebrows, because when I had thicker brows, this honestly, it looked a little much. I looked a little bit like Oscar in the trash can from Sesame Street, Oscar the Grouch. I mean, I would really look like him with this shirt. Glowish has some really amazing products. So this is the Cheeky Vegan Blush Powder. This shade is so pretty. I just feel like coral is one of those shades that can really go with so many people. I really like it on my skin tone goes. So if you're something in that realm, or if you do like a pinky peach blush, this one is so freaking pretty. And they're quite buildable, I would say. Like, you can start off with like a soft little layer, but then as you build it up, you can really punch up the color. So that's why I like it. And they feel very smooth. Like, the formula is very smooth. Think like Physicians Formula butter bronzers, or like that butter blush. Like, think that. But I don't know, there's just something about these ones that I like even better. Charming Cherry is so pretty. The amount of compliments I get when I wear this, I love using that as a topper over my cream ones because it still feels like a creamy formula. I definitely favor cream blushes, and I definitely have way more cream blushes than powder blushes. That's why this one stood out to me so much more. But of course, Rare Beauty takes the cake here. I use all of the shades really, but I wanted to especially mention Happy. I love the way this gives you just like this baby cheek kind of pop of color. The lasting power on this is actually really great, so that's why I really love them. I don't think the price point is like ridiculous, especially for the amount that you use. Like, you only need a few dots. It's so intense and it just blends out like a, almost kind of sets like a powder as well, even though it's cream. But because it's cream, I just feel like it melts onto the skin and it looks so natural. So it just really looks like that's your flush of color. Like, you just got embarrassed, you're flirting, you're, you know, just got out of yoga or whatever. So this one is really pretty. Okay, so M Cosmetics also has their shades. The shade range on the M Cosmetics is like every single one. I couldn't even pick a favorite, but I have been into these like soft, kind of feminine angel food cake face. Like, it's just so pretty. This one is called Baby, so fittingly, because it is just like these little baby cheeks. The lasting power, I would say, is not as good as the Rare Beauty ones, but I like their formula so much. It's so creamy, it just melts into the skin, and it provides you a beautiful flush of color. They also have bronzers that I really love, but you know what? Honestly, the bronzer that I've been using the most, which is actually more of like a sculpt. I love to sculpt with bronzer as well, and I love this shade. This is the Patrick Ta. I love Patrick Ta's makeup products too. They're so good. Ooh, it's flashy. I use the shade She Sculpted. It comes with a powder bronzer as well as a cream bronzer. So you can see I really have been using it a lot. I always reach for this one. It kind of reminds me of one of my favorite products ever is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate. I love that product so much. So this kind of reminds me of that, except it comes with a bronzer, a powder bronzer instead of like the highlight. But the creaminess, the way that it just like blends into the skin, it's very similar to the Tom Ford one, which is what I love. It just makes it really easy if you're not that good at makeup. Like, I don't think I'm the best at makeup. I sometimes have trouble blending or like just really getting, you know, the lines right, but this just makes it so easy because you just have to like stipple it on and then maybe like buff with a beauty blender or something, and it just does the work for you. I like that the powder bronzer is in here too because you can just set with that. I actually learned it from Patrick Ta. I saw that he would always use a cream product and then use a powder product to set. So he would use a cream blush and then a powder blush just so that it's long lasting, and I think it does make such a big difference. So this one I love. Another product that I fell in love with this year is the Dior Backstage Glow. This product goes on like butter. It doesn't feel like it emphasizes texture. If you follow Namvo Glow, I love her. Whenever she like does her highlighter, it goes on like freaking butter. Like I'm like, how the hell does it not like emphasize texture? It doesn't look chunky or anything. Like this does that for me. I always talk about like my texture. It's nowhere near as smooth as Nam's, like at all. But this, it gives me that. I always feel like her when I put it on my cheekbones with a brush or even like with my fingers. It leaves my skin so beautiful, and it's still subtle enough. Like I don't think it's like a blinding highlight where it looks like streaks on my face. You know, it just melts so beautifully onto my face. So I love it. Definitely a product that I kind of picked up on a whim. I'm like, I mean, I guess, you know, it's puck. Like it was expensive. I'm not gonna lie, it was expensive. But I'm so happy that I picked it up because it's like one of my go-tos now. So another glow product that I would be remiss to share, and I can't find my contour wand right now, but it is of course a part of this. Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light and Contour Wands, okay? I love these. Again, if you're not that good at makeup, that just does the job for you. I feel like a goddess when I put these on. It brings out the right amount of glow, the right amount of life to your face. I feel like a supermodel when I wear these. I'm like chiseled and glowing in all the right places. I love this highlight. It's like the best highlight on earth. I've used it for a while. Spotlight, and then of course their contour wand's really, really good. I've really loved Pinkasm though. The Glossier Pro Tip. That's, if you're not that good at makeup, this one does the job for you. It gives you a nice precise line, and then you can go in thicker if you want more of a bold cat eye. It's pretty dark too. Like I feel like it's dark enough. Like it definitely doesn't feel diluted. Like I've tried other ones and they look so diluted, almost gray, like very watery. Not down for that. This one is bold enough. It's thin enough, and it's just so easy. She's the only one in the eye category. Or actually no, I have mascara. Hello. Ta-da. Are you surprised? Are you actually surprised? Ilia Beauty. I've been using this one the most. Anytime I look into my drawer of mascaras, I try to switch it up. Like I said, I like to reach into different things just so that I have a good grasp of like what products are really, really good, like how they're wearing throughout the day, so I can come back on my channel and talk about these things, be, you know, knowledgeable. But damn, this one, I just always want to reach for it because I love the way my lashes look with this Ilia volumizing mascara. Also, which I'm sure is floating in one of my bags somewhere, the Mented lip liners. You can find them at Target or on their own website, but they're so freaking good. I really, really do. They're like the creamiest. They stand out. And I like a lot of their shades actually. And my number one lip product, honestly, it's like I can go in and use whatever shade of nude, of brown. Like that's definitely what I gravitate towards, is like a nude. But I will always, always, always use the Milani Champagne Lip Gloss. This is their Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper. What I'm wearing now. And whatever color I have, like I said, I do gravitate towards like a nude lip. This is like the finishing touch that I need and that I love. It's so nice, and it has like a little bit of a minty, because it's a plumper. It just feels really nice on the lip. Another product that I never really talked about, Violette. She's a YouTuber that I absolutely love. I actually haven't watched her videos in a while. I don't know if she's still uploading, but I used to be addicted to her videos. It's just so aesthetic. It's just so different from like what you usually see on YouTube. And so obviously when she came out with her own beauty line, I got a bunch of her stuff. And my standout product, this is the Matte Rose Petal Lips. And I think it's just one shade. She just has a red, and it is a good red. Oh my gosh, it's like deep. It's so flattering, and it's a liquid lipstick, but it still has like a creaminess to it, but it's so long lasting. This one is a true red. You have to experience it for yourself, and if you do, let me know. Come back and let me know, like, oh my god, this red, it's so good. We made it to the end of the makeup round. Stay tuned for part 2, where we are going to dive into all of the stuff in skincare and some lifestyle favorites like fashion and books and all of the things. So thank you so much for watching. Ciao!